Why does he got my Niners? Why does he got my Niners? Now I'm definitely going to lose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
God keeps showing on my lap.
Round 80! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Let's go!
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I don't want to play against my own team. It's like, I don't want this.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
He threw it to the wrong person.
Here and it's intercepted.
I didn't even mean to throw that.
Off by Quan Williams. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily. And
oh my gosh, man. I can't play against my own team.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's hard.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I can't play against my own team. I'll keep to the wrong person.
Line. They'll take that one all day long.
That's how all this happens.
Breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
White.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Being chased out left.
He didn't fumble. That's crazy.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Yeah, yeah, it was like...
From the gun on third, Garoppolo.
I really don't want to throw a pick. Or I don't really want to do a pick six.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
All right.
And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay,
I thought you said boombox.
This is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen gonna throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, it's Gore. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing,
I'm kind of
often
like
alters
sad
normal spacing and run fits.
because I gotta play
like
against my own team, and I'm like scoring like first down after first down. And he keeps blitzing, so I keep gotta get these shots.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33.
Just not get
from the gun, it's Allen.
I scored a touchdown. I scored a touchdown.
All the way home for a touchdown. Cole Beasley, 33 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just like to think the last thing
he scored right back with
out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Yes, he scored right back.
Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 68 yards as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
He's not good with the defense.
Confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
He's blitzing nonstop.
Amazing because that drive.
Bye-bye Beasley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills have taken the lead. Allen to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, here's Breida. And some room to work.
He scored another touchdown.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 40 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull together.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Keep playing hard.
Allen now looks to throw. It's complete. It's Gore. And some space here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Shut up, Keyshawn.
Gore. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen got an open man. It's Foster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
It's real life.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen.
Good dog.
This one caught by Beasley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Come on, Singletary.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw, it's Allen.
Throw it.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal.
Dot.
To the air. Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Hauschka with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina, and then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run.
I don't know how y'all just all gained up on me like that. Like, was that planned?
But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away. And
he's running the same play.
The LSU man.
Is he doing that jump when you run the same play till halftime?
Was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
He's only throwing the hitter.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Let's go.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Allen. They go with the screen to Gore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
What, was that a game winner or something?
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to
I was trying to play KO with you.
Here's Allen.
Josh Allen.
And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Can't throw to any block.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gore. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
That was good.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slant. Hey, alert 3. Protein spill. Undercut.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a quarterback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
23 yards the pickup there. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Hey.
And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3/4 pole?
It is the quarter pole. We get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? Where they headed for the home stretch is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
Wow. 34 now.
But he got the
1st and 10. On the toss, it's goal. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second
down.
down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. D Ford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. Back now in Buffalo.
Yo, like Mark Ingram.
The fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, as a quarterback,
how did he catch the ball?
Number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. There's Garoppolo on first and 10.
Like how the goalpost is made out of,
And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Good sack.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Real life,
the Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Gore. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Everyone knows
where. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play.
Hate to say it, keep on, but everyone knows where you live.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. From the 34
I don't think that's true.
Here's 1st and 10.
I don't think that's true.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going up top. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered.
Oh, you don't even know where I live either.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
You don't remember?
Pass to Brown as he hauls it in.
Go ahead, get you some.
On third down, they'll run with Gore. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where
very
they're spotting
close.
that football,
That was a
he's going
first
to be a
down.
foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. But he will not get away.
I'm at the
he
pass
stopped short of the marker. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down, and the 49ers are going to get the
I literally
football
just gave
back.
him a chance because I threw it to the wrong person. Dalena.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly, onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Oh, yeah, because you look
They go play action here on first down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play
you
on the
was talking to
football
Keyshawn
there
all the
at
time,
second
so,
down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo gives to Breida.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first
He
down.
got timeouts, so he doesn't
what
use
they
them.
did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short
Oh, now
of
he
the
wants to use
first.
his timeout.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
This guy I'm playing.
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
He got my team, too.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
I'm blitzing.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo.
No.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score special teams
to end the game.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 44 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
I know how you do it. Extra play in when he lost.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at
the 15. Guys, got an easy done.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes.